everyone, hello. Welcome back to a new video. Yeah, that folder, all the videos I'm gonna record this one before this one, because this one takes place after this one. But the video we're reacting to is how strong is Valt. Now, if you guys don't know, Valt is the main character from Beyblade Burst. And Valt, I watched all the seasons. Beyblade Burst God, Beyblade Burst Chozetsu, Beyblade Burst Gachi or GT, Beyblade Burst, I think it was Super King? Yeah, Super King. Or Sparking. But now we're watching a video from this new YouTuber I found out called Toxic. I forgot the rest of their name, but I know one of his, I think the last of his name is Toxic. But this man is a really interesting guy. I like him. So let's react. Let's go.
Hello and welcome to the pilot video of my series, Croppin' Toxic. I decided to make this video because there's not a lot going on in my life, with the credit going to
Coronavirus!
But regardless, I wanted to make this video, so people can laugh, have fun. I'm gonna have fun while I'm talking about this. So yeah, just sit back, relax, and let's talk about just how strong Valt is. Croppin', what's up, my Toxic fans? And today we're gonna be talking about how strong Valt is. Now, if you're like me and have watched every season of Beyblade Burst up to this point, the first main character we're introduced to is Valt. His most recent Bay is Brave Valkyrie, or Valtriac if you watch a dub. He's the first champion, the #1 ranked blader, and has the best villains hands down in his respective series. However, if you're also like me, you feel as if Valt's feats, whenever he's not the main character, don't exactly reflect the persona he's built for himself. To give an example of this,
like when Iger, Dark Iger I call him, did that to Valt, I'm going, okay, that does not really reflect Valt that much, because like Iger, he's a strong blader, but to Valt, he's not on his level. Iger just had plot armor to get to Valt's level. That's what Iger had.
but don't worry, because Valt is finally redeemed. Like, anybody who makes this Valt mad is dying a very quick death. Now, starting off, there are two theories that I must debunk just out of obligation, because if I didn't, it'd be such a huge disservice for the Beyblade community as a whole. The first one being
Rentaro ties with Valt, which means Valt's father and Rentaro is the best blader, hands down, no contest. He's the next coming. He is Jesus Christ.
Like, really? How could people even believe that? Like, in order for Rentaro to even be on the same basis as Valt, he'd have to get past Dante, which Dante just completely puts him and Hikaru in timeout whenever he faces them. So yeah, no, that's pretty pathetic. Also, Valt kicks Rentaro's butt his entire life, like at anything, at everything. So yeah, Rentaro will never be as good as Valt. He'll never get to Dante's level. So that about sums that up. For the people who want the explanation for what happens in the Rentaro, Silas versus Free and Valt battle, you have to look back at the Group B battle, which consisted of Iger, Hyuga, Free, Valt, and Rentaro. Now, what happens is everyone's pretty all over the place at the beginning, but they all end up colliding against Iger, and they're all just spinning.
Also, let me say this. Sorry, Toxic, for interrupting. Croppin' Toxic. But in that battle, Valt wasn't resonating, but Iger was. So, yeah.
On like survival, whatever they have left, Valt stops first. Does this mean he's weaker than them? No, not by a long shot. It just means Valt in base, without resonating, has possibly the worst stamina in the series. Now hold on, don't get upset, don't click off the video, because it's gonna make sense soon, I promise you. Fast forward to the actual battle. Now, Valt's rush launch is famously known for putting him in a low stamina state if he isn't able to get any hits on the bay he's trying to attack. And Silas, who's like known him his whole life, knows this better than anybody, and starts deflecting his rush launch. Meanwhile, you have Rentaro just along the outer side just chilling. So Valt resonates, trying to gain speed and stamina, and goes up to the ramp, trying to speed up and gain whatever he's lost. Then you have Rentaro. Okay, I want to put this in perspective for everybody. Valt finally comes off the ramp, and yeah, he's using Brave Sword, but the face that Silas makes isn't because of just Valt, okay? It's more along the lines of, oh crap, it's taking everything I have just to keep pace with Free, and now I gotta fight Valt too? Like, cause Valt at that time did not have the power necessary to burst Silas. He didn't even have the stamina. That's why he was resonating. But just look at this. Valt is in midair. Barely any stamina. Rentaro pops out of nowhere, full stamina. Like, his avatar is yelling. There's a literal tornado in the stadium, and Valt still bursts him. Meanwhile, Valt, he kind of had like nothing at that point, and he still burst him. So yeah. Also, Valt and Shu do not apply by the same resonance rules as the other side characters and villains of this series. What I mean by that is, most of the times you can compare the side characters and the villains in base, and if one is stronger than the other in base, then the same can be said if they resonate. However, Valt, Shu, and all the other main characters, also Lane, whenever they resonate, they gain two vital things, and that is stamina and durability. Or if you don't like the word durability, you can just use plot armor, because that's kind of what it is, dude. Okay, so with those two things out of the way, I want to get into rating Valt's Brave Sword. Now, we see Valt tie with Free in base, and is granted Free wasn't resonating either, so it's safe to say in base that they're equals. When he resonates though, it's kind of all over the place. It feels like it's just as strong as it has to be to get the people knocked out that face him, but we get a pretty good look at just where it stands when Valt knocks out Lane's barrier. I'm talking about this in the first round. He knocked out Lane's barrier. Granted, he knocked himself out too, and I know a lot of people are gonna get their jimmies rustled.
Iger could have won against Lane if he used his infinite sword, but he did. He used a balance mode, which means Iger's still stronger than Lane.
And to that, I say you saw Iger
Yeah,
and Hikaru both face off against Lane and Hyuga, and basically Iger and Hikaru are just hitting the barrier, and near the end, Iger at full power hits an unbalanced, non-resonating Lane out into the arena. I mean, dude, it's kind of hard to argue against it, but it's not like Iger lost to a bad villain. No, I mean, we'll get into just how overpowered Lane and his flare is, but yeah, also the argument that Iger can resonate more with his Bay than anybody else. Yeah, Valt said that in Beyblade Burst Turbo, Iger has since then grown into his Bay, and now he can be compared along the same lines as the side characters and the villains. Now, I'm not saying that he's weak. No, he's still top 3. Don't get that wrong. It's just Lane got way too strong, dude. Now, if you want to hypothetically say that Iger uses his infinite sword against Lane, what would happen? It'd be along the lines of the same thing that happened in the first round whenever Valt used his Brave Sword against Lane, but that was whenever Lane had Flare. I mean, if Lane uses Flare against Iger, he's gonna die, dude. But without further ado, let's get into some other moves before people start hating me and disliking and start calling me toxic. But guess what? To them, I say, look at...
Yep, crap and toxic. Go subscribe to his channel. Go subscribe.
Get my name. Moving on to Valt's Brave Crush. We see it one time. There's gonna be a lot of people who think that he used it in the second battle against Lane. That wasn't his Brave Crush. That was just an aura caused by flash launch. No, he didn't even do any of the move sets with it. He didn't actually use. Now against Hyuga, the Hyuga that we see in the battle between Louis and Free is not strong enough to even get a ring out finish on them. No, but the one that Valt faces in the semifinals gets a new move. He also gets Flare too, and not only is he comparable to Louis and Free, but I'd even argue that he could possibly ring them out. It'd be a stretch to say he'd burst them, but I mean, because he got shattered by Lane, but also Lane had Flare, like plot armor. But Valt's Brave Crush, I think it's safe to say, is about twice as strong as his Brave Sword. However, it does take an extensive amount of time just to activate. I mean, Valt had to gain the speed first, but after he gains that speed, no one's avoiding the attack. So I mean, you can almost call it like it's a pretty fair trade-off with his moves. But anyway, Valt burst Hyuga with little to no difficulty, and as I said, this Hyuga could beat Free and Louis in a theoretical fight, because Hyuga's attack power was comparable to Iger's in a sense. So as of this moment, Valt, he's number one. But we're going to get into just how badly everyone else gets left in the dust by him. And no, I'm not hating on the other characters, but well, you'll just see for yourself. I think it's a lot more fair to all the other legends to rate Valt on how he is before his driver awakens, and you'll see why. Now, if you're someone who loves every single character and Beyblade burst sparking, and you believe every Bey is created equal, you might want to click off the video now. But for those people who want to see just how strong the number one blader is, you can keep watching. So if you're still here, I'm going to start off by talking about Lane, right? He's the newest villain in the series, and pretty strong. Doesn't even begin to describe just how broken and hacks this character is. I mean, Louis dead, Iger dead, Rentaro broke, Hyuga, Hikaru broke, and these are just some of the victims that we see. I don't even want to think about all the people from the national tournament, and now he's facing Valt, and in my head I'm like, here we go again, plot armor. But in the third round, you know what Valt does? You want to know what Valt does? Lane, who's the strongest he is in the series, he lands in the first 2 seconds. Valt, not even resonating, just in base, one shots it.
Yeah, I love that when Valt, not even resonating, his driver's fully awakened, Lane is about to land, Valt hits his barrier, flings him up, and boom, the barrier's gone. I'm going, my boy.
Valt just decides he's had enough of the absolute cancer that Lane's variant wall has been to this series and just destroys it. And the thing is, it wouldn't be such a big deal if not for the fact that nobody else could do it with a weaker version of this Lane that Valt just annihilates. Like legit, the face that creeps up on Lane's face is one of a man that just peed himself.
I have to give Toxic credit for that. He's like, if you look at that face, it looks like the face of, like, you know, in Dragon Ball, when someone has, like, when someone transforms their new power, that's the face they do. It's just,
I mean, it was ridiculous, dude. Like, Louis gets the best chance to beat Lane out of everyone else in the series. Lane is the weakest as we see him. And Louis also gets this planning period because Lane breaks his launcher. And with the time that Louis given, isn't able to do anything. He just pushes it. And then you have Iger, you know, really strong, dude. Real smart kid, has this plan to wear down the barrier and then burst it, and it could have worked if not for the fact that, surprise, it can just regenerate if it goes up to the ramp and gains speed. And so the only way you're gonna beat Lane is to just neglect the shield altogether, and Valt does it with ease, his literal weakest move. And yet some people think he's tied with Rentaro.
Nah, man,
get out of here. Now, I know some people out there are gonna be like, Lane wasn't resonating, and if he had the chance, he would have beaten Valt. That's the thing. Lane didn't have time. As soon as he landed, his barrier was gone. He didn't even get to the center. Like, I don't think it's possible for an anime character to break the fourth wall, but when Lane got a new move, I felt his genuine relief. And all the while, he wants to act like it was gonna happen the whole entire time, like he just has a smile on his face. No, we all know what he was really. And seeing how I've spent most of this video explaining why Valt without his driver awakened beats everyone in this series, yeah, it's kind of no contest once it does get awakened. Like, legit, to show you just how strong he is, if anyone sits in the center with Valt flexing, they're getting destroyed. Rentaro is getting broke, Free is getting burst, and if you think that Silas with a Dollar Tree knockoff version of Lane's barrier is doing anything to Valt, rethink your life, dude. But yeah, I think that's just about it for this video. I've kind of had enough of talking for one day, and I'm also gonna have to edit all this too. But yeah, Valt right now with his driver awakened, where he stands in the series, he can still theoretically beat Lane. So yeah, I'm not gonna rule that out. And I haven't seen how strong Shu is, so right now he's tied with Lane. Okay, if y'all want me to do another video based on other characters, like I have one that I think will be real fun with Iger. I have Dante kind of prepared too. But yeah, y'all just let me know what y'all want, and I'll see you to it. Cropping out. Bye.
Alright, I feel Okay. Well, that was the video, people. If you guys enjoyed, hold on, sorry, I'm too right here. But if you guys enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and subscribe to Clap and Talks It for this wonderful video. It was very entertaining, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Sorry, wait.
I just wanna feel free, and I just wanna be me. Yeah, I just wanna go so crazy. I just wanna be a freak. Yeah, I just wanna rise to the top. Yeah, I just wanna go reach the peak. So I've been really well focused on success. Hey, yo, will see. Yeah, you won't see that I will get it, cause I'm really focused, man. I make it with the rap, and I just follow my path. I just follow my passion. To me, this is what's precious. Yeah, in my soul, man, I can feel it. So every single verse, man, I just gotta go and kill it, man. I gotta be the kid. I could be the guy taking you wild. I could be the villain, but that is okay. Lately I'm painting my path on my way. Yeah, I got no time that I can waste, so I've been sitting in the space. Yeah, making rest every day, man. You know that I go insane. Yeah, I hit you with a bullet to the brain. Let us stop first, cause we going insane. You don't know what I'm gonna do. You don't know what is next. And I'm loving the fact, truly it's making me blessed. Cause I work on my team, no snakes in the grass. And we have a choice in the wind because of the work that we did in the past. Because of the work that we did in the past. Man, we went to hours, you barely got rest. So I get the realm and we didn't finesse. So I got the feelings that we might be next. Cause when we go in, we win in the match. When we go in, we win in the match. So that's how we do, cause we be the best. We be the best, best. Yeah, we be the best. Whoa. Yeah, we be the best, best. We be the best. Hey, yeah, we be the best, best. Hey, we be the best. Yo, you wanna come and test? Whoa, you want to see we the best? Hey, you don't see that we're the best kid, so I suggest you never really come and test it. But otherwise, I will smack your face like Michael Jordan does with a ball in the basket. Oh damn kid, but you didn't expect it. You never really thought that this could just happen. But now really come on and we pull out with the action. Cause people defeat those they don't get it like.